everybody, welcome back to Peachy and Pebbles. And there's Sadie over there too, looking out the window. And today I'm going to be explaining or going over some really common mistakes that a lot of dog owners make. If you are a dog owner or you are thinking about getting a puppy or dog in the future, or you are getting a dog tomorrow or whatever, please stay till the end so that you know not to make these mistakes. So the first one I know can be really hard, but do not feed your dog at the table. So yeah, a lot of dogs will beg at the table and then you just can't get enough of their cuteness, and then you'll feed them whenever you're eating. For one, I'm sure what you're feeding your dog is probably not the best for them anyway. And this can also lead to a lot of bad behaviors like demand barking or they're demanding that they get food and treats. And if you are complaining about, oh, my dog won't stop begging at the table, that's because it's kind of your fault, because you're the one who is always constantly feeding your dog at the table. So of course they're gonna go to the table and beg for more food from you. Then the next one is different dog harnesses that you use. And I know you're like, what harness? What? But actually this is very important, because when you're walking your dog, do not walk your dog with just their collar on, because especially if they pull a lot, that's just choking them. And it's like sinking in, and if you just I don't actually, but if you just imagine having some giant put a leash around your neck and then yank you, and that's like choking you, that's not comfortable at all. Oh, she's doing her vulture. We call that her vulture pose. Anyway, and don't walk your dog with a harness that hooks from the back. Now, most of you are like, well, that is the only harness that there is out there. What else do you want me to use? False. There is actually a harness out there in the world that hooks in their front. So this is Sadie's harness. It's the tiniest little thing ever. So now you probably are like, okay, you slip it through the head and then you buckle it. I'm going to use Sadie right here. Let's use you, May. If you guys did not know, her middle name is May, so we call her Sadie May, or we have like 100 names for her. So, you sit down right here real quick. So this is, I'm just going to take her bandana off so you guys can see her. Okay. So, this is how you should be putting on your dog's harness. You should be slipping it through and buckling it up. So you see, there is nothing here. So normal dog harnesses that are bad will hook here, and so you have a leash, and then it's just, when you're pulling, it's choking them from here. But instead, this harness hooks from the front. Yeah, this is a much better way of showing you guys. This harness hooks on the front. So now you have your leash, and if they're pulling you, it's not choking them because it's going from their chest down here, not like choking them from like right here. It's going from here and it's pulling, and it's not harming them. Now, still, your dog should not be pulling on a walk, and I will be doing a video, hopefully soon. Yes, you can go now. About dog walking tips. It is kind of hard to film a dog walking while you're walking the dog, if that makes any sense. It's hard to film while you're walking your dog. So I will try to do my best with figuring out how to do a video like that because I know that is one of the hardest things in dog care is having your dog behave perfect on walks. So I know I should be doing a video about that, but again, the angle and just how everything works is really hard when you're trying to walk a dog. Now the last thing is meeting other dogs. Now, when you hear, well, dog socialization is good for dogs, it is. And you definitely should socialize your dog. But socializing your dog does not mean to go play with other dogs. It means to, a good example is to go into like Lowe's or Home Depot and walk your dogs there because, hey, they allow dogs and your dogs are socializing because they're in the presence of all, maybe even other dogs there. They're in a lot of busy environment with people. Now, do not bring your 6-month-old puppy there. Wait till they're like at least Sadie's age, like 1.5 years old, to do that because that is a lot of stimulation. Or just going to the park. Just go to the park, walk the loops around. That way they're still seeing kids, other people walking their dogs, other dogs playing fetch. They're still around that environment, but they're not actually meeting with the other dogs. Now, why you should not meet with other dogs is because it only takes one dog, and that is it, to change your dog's personality completely. If one dog acts out of behavior, out of control, then your dog is learning that from them. And yes, you can own more than one dog because you're training, like just say I have 2 dogs, Sadie and Wesley, and they're both together. They're both around each other a lot. But that's because I train them both and they're not learning from each other. So it only takes one dog to completely destroy your amazing training that you've been doing with your dog. So it's just best to keep your dogs away from other dogs, and especially if you have a smaller dog, they can easily get hurt by bigger dogs. And then just some quick little things to throw out there that you can watch back in my other videos to learn more about them. And that is, for one, feeding kibble, giving no enrichment, no puzzles, no stimulation, barely going on walks. And yeah. So don't do those things that I explained. If you have any questions, comment down below and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.